Continuing our reading in Poppy and Ereth by Avi. This time it's chapter 15 on Bannock Hill and chapter 16, Spruce. Chapter 15 on Bannock Hill. By morning, a few leaves on the Bannock Hill hazelnut tree were burning steadily. It was enough flame to cause the thin branches upon which the leaves had grown to catch fire. The small flame continued to burn, moving along the branch like a long, slow fuse, moving by midday ever closer to the trunk of the tree. Chapter 16, Spruce. As Spruce and Junior walked slowly from Ereth's log toward their own underground home, the young mouse kept looking up at his father. A sad face he saw. Then turning back to consider the porcupine. After a while, Spruce said, "Dad?" "Spruce," said Junior, his voice low. Please be quiet. I have a lot to think about." "But Dad, I need to say something." Junior stopped. "Spruce, we just heard some very disturbing news about Grandma Poppy. I'm trying to—" "But Dad," Spruce interrupted, "I know why Grandma Poppy was flying." "What are you talking about?" "Yesterday, Grandma and I went for a walk. First, we looked for foxes, then—" "Are you telling me you and Poppy went looking for a fox?" "Yep." "Spruce, do you know how often you make up stories and how exaggerated they are?" "But—" "As we've told you many times, it's really not a good habit." "No, listen, Dad. Grandma said a mouse has to do what a mouse has to do." Junior sighed. "Where did she get that notion?" "Your Uncle Ragweed." Junior shook his head. "Spruce, you don't know anything about him." "I do too, because I look like him," continued Spruce. "But see, Grandma Poppy wanted to do something, so I bet she decided to learn to fly and—" "Spruce," Junior cut in, "what Uncle Ereth said was that Poppy died." "But Dad," cried Spruce. "Spruce, let's just get home." When they reached the entryway to their underground home, Junior paused. "Now, Spruce, I have to talk to your mother alone, but I want you to promise me something." "Okay." "Please do not tell your brothers and sisters that Grandma Poppy died. If it's true, I need to explain things my way, not yours. Can you promise me?" "But Dad, I really think Grandma got lost because—" "Spruce, just do as I ask. Do not tell your brothers and sisters Grandma Poppy died." "Okay, because she—" "Thank you." Spruce left. Junior led the way into the hole, where he gave Spruce a hasty nuzzle and then went down the main tunnel in search of Laurel. "Remember what you promised," he called back. "All she did was fly," Spruce muttered to himself. "And she got lost because she's so old." The young mouse went into the children's den, where he found his brother Lodgepole rolling mud balls and piling them up into a pyramid. For a moment Spruce just watched. Compared to Grandma Poppy's flying, making mud balls seemed pretty dull. "Guess what?" Spruce announced. "What?" said Lodgepole, not turning away from the work. "Grandma Poppy learned to fly." Lodgepole looked at his brother. "Yesterday you said you and Grandma Poppy were looking for a fox." "We were." "Mice don't go looking for foxes," said Lodgepole before turning back to his mud balls. "And mice can't fly." "Grandma Poppy did," insisted Spruce. "I'm not making it up. Uncle Ereth saw her flying, only she got lost." Lodgepole looked at his brother again. "Why would Grandma Poppy fly? A mouse has to do what a mouse has to do." "What's that supposed to mean?" Instead of answering, Spruce said, "I'm calling a meeting. Get everybody together." "What for?" "We have to find Grandma Poppy." 20 minutes later, Spruce had managed to collect only 3 of his siblings, his brothers Lodgepole and Dogbane, and his sister Clover. Spruce repeated what he had told Lodgepole about Poppy. "See, she just learned to fly, but Grandma Poppy is really old, so she got lost." "When you're old," agreed Clover, "you shouldn't go anywhere far." "Actually," said Lodgepole, "we're young and we don't go far either." "Listen to me," cried Spruce. "We have to find her." "Spruce," said Lodgepole, "everyone knows you make up stories." "Yeah, because you're the runt of the family," added Clover, giving him a push. "I'm not making this up," cried Spruce, pushing back. "Uncle Ereth saw her flying." "I met him," said Dogbane. "He's old too." "Yeah," added Lodgepole, "and he smells." "We have to find Grandma," Spruce insisted. "And we should start looking by Glitter Creek." "Shouldn't we tell Mom and Dad we're going?" asked Dogbane. "If you do," said Spruce, "it won't be a surprise when we bring Grandma home. What kind of fun will that be?" "I don't care about the fun," said Clover. "I just think we should tell them we're going." "But Spruce is right," said Dogbane. "It would be cool to find Grandma and bring her home." "Yeah, she'd really like it if we found her," Spruce insisted. "But if none of you want to come, too bad. I'm going myself." He marched off. The 3 remaining young mice looked at one another. "How come Spruce always thinks he knows everything?" said Clover. "Ma says he's a small mouse with a large imagination." "Maybe this time he's right," said Dogbane, and he followed Spruce. Lodgepole and Clover remained. "They're going to get into trouble," predicted Clover. Lodgepole turned back to his mud balls. "Big trouble." And that's the end of chapter 16.